Hi, everyone. Jacqueline Kuhn here with JacquelineKuhn.com, powered by angels. Welcome to our Angel in Astrology Scorpio season. Yes, today's Scorpio season starts with Archangel Jeremiel. For those of you who don't know me, I am a psychic coach, guide, and educator on all things angels. I am clairaudient, clairsentient, and claircognizant. I have a line of Archangel merchandise. All of the Archangel pictures that you see were drawn exclusively for me by the artist Via. And there's a full merchandise line, as well as I have a full set of services. My flagship service is Angel and Astrology reading, upon which you will learn your own astrology and how to tie the archangels into it. So that's a little bit about me. Let's get into the archangels. There are documented and generally agreed upon 15 archangels. 3 of them are the overseers, sort of the managers of the other archangels and the uber superpowers. Michael, our divine protector and masculine energy, Raphael, our healer, and Haniel, our intuition and divine feminine energy. All of the others are tied to zodiac signs, with Ariel tied to Aries all the way down to Sandalphon in Pisces. And so when the planets move into signs, the signs you were born under, these archangels are here to help us navigate Earth time. I believe, as many others do, that our soul comes to Earth to learn lessons and we get challenged. Oftentimes, these challenges are difficult for us. The archangels were created by God to help us while we are in Earth time. And I encourage all of you to learn more about how to work with the archangels. And I've got plenty of other videos besides this one, as well as lots of material on my site. But it's a little bit about the archangels, and I'll be talking about which archangels to work with, given the energy in Scorpio season, and a couple other planetary things going on. There's another concept I like to introduce people to, which is angel numbers. So angels are divine beings of all kinds try to communicate with us. One way is through numbers, as symbols and signs and messages. Unlike numerology, angel numbers stand on their own. We do not add them up. So if you see 1111, it is not a 4. It is literally 1111. So these numbers have individual properties. You can see them here on the screen, 0 through 9. And when you put these combinations together, they can really come up with some very powerful message. I do have an angel number blog that if you subscribe over the course of 2 years, you will be exposed to hundreds of combinations of angel numbers. I also, for a limited time, have a free angel number video on my website if you're interested in learning more about numbers. But this is another way for us to resonate with angels, resonate with the divine, as we navigate Earth time. We are in Scorpio season, and Scorpio season is Archangel Jeremiel. Archangel Jeremiel is a really interesting archangel to understand and learn about. His name in Hebrew translates to mercy of God or God uplifts, really depending on how you translate the first part of his name. But in general, it's really about forgiveness through mercy, not vengeance. It's understanding, deep understanding, and insights, and not when insights about other people, when truths are revealed, it's not about getting angry or or even, right, vengeance with other folks. It's about showing mercy, and in showing mercy, you are uplifted. God uplifts those who shows mercy to others. So Archangel Jeremiel, because it is Scorpio season, and Scorpio are all things deep and transformative, he is around and can help with true transformation and inner vision. Um, Join him with Archangel Sandalphon as we navigate through Pisces and Aquarius for real help in taking advantage of this transformative energy. He also helps with intuitive abilities, especially clairvoyance. Again, it delivers visions, inner visions, third eye, and or through dream state, right? But he sends messages in the form of visions, often about past lives or clarity on things that have happened in this lifetime, so that you see them maybe more clearer than you did in the moment. Oftentimes we may have gone through something, and in the moment we saw it one way, but if it's something that needs to be reconciled, if it's something that needs to be healed, Archangel Jeremiel can show it to you in what actually happened, show you the truth around it, not necessarily how you saw it in that moment. He is also really important and helpful in clearing energetic blockages, particularly to allow your psychic energy to flow more freely. So if you need to clear some blockages, you can ask the help of Archangel Jeremiel through a meditation to do that. I have a little prayer here that you can say to call on Archangel Jeremiel to help give you divine insight. Now, Scorpio season is all about insights, right? It's about going deep. It's about uncovering what's hidden, what is within. And so in that way, if as you are on your journey, you wish to go deep, to go deeper in meditation, to go deeper in your experience, calling on Archangel Jeremiel to do that. That's why he's tied to Scorpio season. What his abilities are complementary to the energy of Scorpio season. So that's Archangel Jeremiel. Now, Scorpio season itself is a really interesting time of year. It is really a time where we can transform. And it comes, of course, in the middle of fall, right? It comes in the middle of the fall before winter, right? Where in most climates, there's a transformation of things going from a growth state to a dormant state, right? Things are transforming during the fall in the northern hemisphere. In the southern hemisphere, it's a little bit of a different transformation. But in the northern hemisphere, if you think about what's going on, it's really the dormancy, the process of going into dormancy, where things that grow, deciduous trees, shed their leaves, go dormant to be renewed, right? So think of this as that kind of period, what needs to be shedded, so that come spring, come renewal time, you can renew, right? What do you need to reflect upon? What do you need to learn about yourself? Halloween comes during Scorpio season too. And it is said that during this period of time, the veil is thinner to the other side. And so this can also give folks who are inclined to do so a deeper view into the other side, messages from those we know and maybe we don't personally know, coming through about ourselves, our past, our family, etc. It is also this Scorpio season in general, and given all of the other energy that's out there, hidden truths and a deeper understanding of what's really going on and the motivations of people and what is going on is also a highlight of Scorpio season. It can get extremely hostile, and we're seeing that. particularly around the globe, even, here in the United States. But you also need to remember that Mars and Mercury right now are also in Scorpio. So this Scorpion energy of transformation and intuition and revealing the truth and going deep is of heightened sense. It really, really is. So if you're feeling that, yeah, that is the energy. And in a little bit, I've got tips for each sign and how you can harness some of this energy and make this a productive transformation. But before we get any deeper, I want to make sure that if you're not already a subscriber to the YouTube channel, that you do subscribe. And of course, like this video. If you wish to participate in Tarot Tuesdays and be the first to learn about anything and everything, please join my Facebook group. The next Tarot Tuesday, which is a free card pull for all attendees live, will be on November 11th at 6 p.m. 11/11, an amazing day, the day of the year to create 11/11. Angel number 1111. It's pretty magical, and so depending on how many people and what the questions are, we may also do a impromptu meditation for creation. So if you can join, I really encourage you. If you book a 2026 forecast reading, you will receive the 2026 Angel and Astrology calendar free, where all the archangels, the major astrology events are all outlined day by day, week by week. And please don't forget the Angels versus Demons Masterclass happening next week on October 29th. I know there's information on Facebook and emailed out. But this is really to help you understand that there is a difference between angels and demons, how to recognize it, and more importantly, when you're going to spiritual practitioners, know which ones are practicing from the light versus those that may be practicing from the dark. There is a distinction, and it isn't always obvious. And really want to make sure that you know how to protect yourself in that realm. All information can always be found on my website. Okay, I have a long-awaited announcement. My Archangel store, powered by angels, is now open at the Painted Tree in Killdeer. It's a soft opening. There's some merchandise that's not quite yet available, but the store is open. I will be having a grand opening on November 1st. So if you are in the general Chicagoland area and can get up to Killdeer on November 1st, there will be drawings for free stuff, as well as I will be in the booth in my booth there for a couple of hours giving some free readings. The exact same merchandise in this store is available online on my online store. For those of you who are not in Chicago, there will be information coming out how you can also participate in the grand opening by visiting my online store and submitting information to get into a drawing for a free reading. So just because you don't live close to me, you can still take advantage of the grand opening day, and instructions will be forthcoming. Watch, if you're a Facebook group member, you'll see it within the next day or two, and also watch your email for that. All right. So the two astrology events I want to talk about is Neptune retrograding in Pisces and Mercury moving into Sagittarius. When we look at Neptune retrograding in Pisces, Neptune has been retrograde. It's been retrograde for a number of months now, but it was in Aries. And now it's moving back to Pisces. In January, it's going to move forward into Aries and be direct, but it's been retrograde for quite some time, and now it's retrograding into Pisces. It's going to have a very different energy than when it was in Aries. In Pisces, it's emotional, it's relationship focus, it's getting rid of delusions and escapism, and then it's really tapping into your spiritual intuition and creativity. And during this Neptune retrograde, the archangels you're going to want to tap into is Archangel Haniel for the intuition. This is again, and now that it's also Scorpio season, the you know the intuition energy that this brings on top of the Scorpio energy. If you believe something in your gut, even though others might not see it, go with it. Your intuition is heightened right now, and trust your own intuition, trust your own knowingness over what you may hear from others. They may have ulterior motives, they may not be educated on the topic, and they don't know what you know. So do not doubt your own experience. And to get that intuition sharpened, you can ask Archangel Haniel for help. Archangel Sandalphon is all about Pisces, of course, and all about sending prayers straight up to God's source. Archangel Raguel is for relationships, right? Balance in relationships, making sure your relationships are positive and even attracting new, positive, healthy people into your life. And Archangel Raphael for the healing. Emotional cleansing is hard, and there is a healing process, even though it's not as evident or obvious as physical healing. Archangel Raphael can help with both the emotional and the physical. And so during this retrograde, the emotional healing that may be happening, or that probably will be happening to most of you, you can ask Archangel Raphael for help through that, so you don't get down really down too deeply into a depression. He can help in that healing process. Each sign is going to have a different focus during this retrograde. And this is a long retrograde. I mean, January to next year, we're talking, 4 months, a 4-month period, the remainder of October, November, December, and January, right? It's going to be a long time. And each sign is going to have a different right? Retrogrades are all about going backwards and taking a look at something. Aries is reflecting on your dreams. Taurus, reviewing your relationships. Gemini, refocusing on your work. Cancer, reconnecting with your spiritual practice. Leo, releasing control. Virgo, reflecting on relationships. Libra, re-engaging with your habits. Scorpio, reviewing your old dreams. Sagittarius, reconnecting with your roots. Capricorn, reviewing your communication style. Aquarius, reanalyzing your finances. And Pisces, re-embracing your true self. Take time to pause the video to kind of read through what it means for you. And of course, I'm always here if you have any questions, but this is an opportunity, right? Retrogrades are an opportunity for us to take a look at what's been going on so we can make a change. Doing it now, also while we remain in Scorpio season, there's a transformative ability. It's really heightened. And as Pluto has now stationed direct into Aquarius, the transformative energy of that is there as well. So take this opportunity to get rid of some of that baggage, to make sure you're around people who really trust, support, and that you trust. And make the most of this energy. Don't think of it as being negative. Now, of course, whenever there's retrogrades, it's a little difficult to make things happen, right? It's like 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but you're ultimately making some progress, right? Just know that it's sometimes a little difficult in retrograde season when the planets are spinning backwards. So Mercury will be direct in Sagittarius, moving out of Scorpio into Sagittarius at the end of the month for a very short time before it goes retrograde on the 9th. So it's going to be in Scorpio season until the 29th. And then it's going to move um, into, it's going to remain in Sagittarius, but it's going retrograde. Okay, so I only bring this up, it's kind of far in the future, but for now, it's Scorpio energy. It's thoughts going deep. It's working through your communication in a very deep way. Sagittarius is a little more big picture. Sagittarius is a little more broad focus, and Sagittarius is a little more uplifting and optimistic as well. But because there's going to be this shadow period, always a few days to a week before the retrograde formally hits, um, this move into Sagittarius may also kind of pick up the not so good part of this retrograde and bluntness and lack of attention to detail. So be really careful during this October 29th to November 9th period. Any contracts, any big decisions, any communications, double check, make sure everything is as it needs to be, everything is okay, everything is as agreed to, and be careful about how you are communicating. Because Sagittarius is big picture, the details may get lost. You may also be very pie in the sky and like, oh yeah, it doesn't matter, it's all going to work out. And you're on the heels of a Mercury retrograde on top of all this energy. So just really be careful. Not that anything bad is going to necessarily happen, but just a caution that this is a time to be careful. I will be talking about this Mercury retrograde in the first week of November. But I wanted to cover this now because while it's in Scorpio at the moment, next week it moves and we get hit with that retrograde. So if you're kind of feeling something wonky next week, I wanted you to have some information about why this could be happening. I want to bring to your attention planetary energies that are still in play. So Mars remains in Scorpio through the rest of this month. More Scorpio energy right now that we're in Scorpio season. You can pause the video to read the full slide, but remember Mars and Scorpio. You can pause the video at this point and remind yourself on how this impacts your zodiac sign. You can then even maybe go back and see the Neptune retrograde for your sign and kind of combine them so that you get more more interested, more information. Because we've got, Raguel and Jeremiel even in Mars in Scorpio season, along with obviously Gabriel for communication. Uranus remains retrograde until early November. If you're a Gemini, Pisces, Virgo, Sag, or Aries, you probably are feeling this. Lots of things out of your control. So work on those you can control. Again, feel free to pause the video so that you can read more. Saturn is also in retrograde through the end of November. And so all of these retrogrades, really what they mean is things could be slowing down. There are forces that could be working against you, as opposed to, things flowing freely. So Neptune was retrograde in another sign. Now it's flipped to Pisces. It was Aries and it moved back to Pisces, right? Retrograde is moving back. And so we've got a lot of these retrogrades out there. So if you're feeling the energy is heavy and slow and you can't get some things done, have patience. Things will get better, particularly when we move into November. While yes, we'll have a Mercury retrograde, a number of the other planets will be going direct. So the big retrograde boom won't be felt as harshly. I am going to pick a couple of cards or whatever the energy wants me to for the collective for the remaining of October. I will not be generating another video. So this energy. These messages are for the remaining of October for all of you out there. One card has already popped. We'll see if any other cards decide to pop. Is there anything else the collective needs to know for the month of October? Okay. Yeah, so we did get three. The first one that popped immediately, Archangel Zadkiel, Archangel Raziel, with spiritual understanding. He is look to Archangel Raziel as he brings you the information you need to help you understand spiritual truth, right? As we go deep into Scorpio season, Archangel Raziel is actually the archangel for Leo, but he is coming forth and he communicates to your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams. He is trying to bring you the information you need for spiritual understanding. Archangel Shamuel, I am helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationships. So as you work through those relationships, know that Archangel Shamuel is helping you with those that you are spiritually aligned to and those that you are meant to be with versus those that maybe are no longer fulfilling your needs. And then Archangel Jeremiel coming forth, all is well. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings you will soon understand. So this card popped. You saw I didn't actually force it out. It just kind of popped out. So once again, Archangel Jeremiel reaffirming what we should all have faith in, that everything is happening the way it should. I thank you for listening to me and being with me on this video. If you need anything, please visit the website, send me a message, and otherwise I will hope to see you in my Angel versus Demon class next week. Goodbye for now.